let's start with the positive. The Assembly budget is certainly better than the governor's budget in my view, especially when it comes to restoring the gap elimination adjustment to our schools. It has a few things that have been added back to assist some of our not-for-profits and our agencies to do the important work they do to help people with special needs and those with mentally ill and our truly needy and our seniors. However, it falls far short of getting us where we need to be as far as fair school funding and as far as giving our parents and our children an opportunity to have more input in the school districts. It's too state ed centric and not local school district empowered. And that's what I'd like to see more of. It's not in the Assembly budget. We'll have to take a look at the Senate budget later to see. A critical thing that we're missing here is we're forgetting who our largest employers are in the state of New York, and that's our small businesses and our family farms. And we are going to hurt them with this increase in minimum wage that hasn't even been gauged, at least to a training wage or some kind of compromise. Those are the people that are hurt the most. Not Walmart, not the big chain stores, not McDonald's. It's the small mom and pop businesses that are trying to compete, and all a minimum wage does is cause inflation, cause an increase to a cost of government, because now we have more expensive payroll for our government agencies, and now they're asking for an increase in their funding, which wasn't given commensurate with this increase in the minimum wage. So we're causing an inflationary measure and yet leaving our hardworking small business owners who employ, in my district particularly, 90% of the jobs left in the wake. And unfortunately, they can't compete against chain stores and some of the big businesses that are receiving, interestingly enough, from the governor, the largesse, the crony capitalism, all the money coming in from the governor and the hardworking taxpayers to help them, but not our small business owners. Glad to see there's no Startup New York funding put in specifically in this bill, so I'm glad the Assembly Democrats didn't put that in. I'm disappointed that the governor kept the so-called Hunger Games in and is going to force our small communities, especially in upstate New York, to have to compete for government money. I think that's just not only is it bad policy, I think it's borderline amoral to do this to our local governments who cannot compete and should not compete for the resources they need, especially when you're talking about infrastructure. This $5 billion windfall money is supposed to go toward infrastructure and to help our school districts with, say, reducing the GEA and some of those other issues that we haven't covered. I'm hoping that the Senate and in the negotiations that go on as we head toward the budget will eliminate this competitive style Hunger Games, as we're calling it. So I'm very disappointed on a number of fronts. I'm going to be voting against this today. I'm hoping a compromise will come out with do something better for our New Yorkers and especially our small business owners who so desperately need government to get out of the way and allow them to thrive. And so, sadly, this isn't what I was hoping for. Though, again, on a positive note, it's much better than what the governor proposed and much more sensible.